Okay, today we are revising the nut and bolt video. It's a project that we've got upcoming in class. I looked at my instructions on Rockspace and I went through the video and I'm like, wow. I probably did this video within a month or two of starting to learn CAD and learn Fusion 360. And I'm like, there's no way I would do it that way now. Um, so, what it goes to show, the point of what I'm getting at is things evolve. Okay, you evolve, you learn as you go, and you change the processes and thought processes that you go through. And you'll, over time, as you get more experience and you learn new tools and techniques, you just do things differently. And in looking at it, it's not the way I'd want to teach this project. So I'm redoing it. Getting something that's more current with my level at this point in time. All right, you see the project in front of us. Uh, we're going to see some new things in this project. First of all, let's look at the browser. I have a couple components listed. So this is my project, okay, the overall design. And within this project, I have a bolt. Okay, that's a component. And I can just make that the emphasize that only. Go back to the overall design, or I could just do the nut. Okay, and the other goes to a shadow or an outline. Go back to the project. I have joints. I have an analysis. Okay. These are things that we're going to see. And the way this video is going to be broken down is we're going to create the two components. As we go along, we'll probably lean more towards creating the components in different files. But in this particular case, we're creating the two components in one file. Initially, we're going to create the nut on the bolt. We'll do a section analysis to line up the threads. But we're going to come back after that and we're going to create a joint between the two components. And with that joint, we are going to define the relationship between the two components, where they come together, what kind of motion will be associated with it, the range of motion, things of that nature. So we'll do that. We're also going to see some new stuff in the fact that we are going to use the intersect function when extruding. We're also going to use it when we're combining bodies. We're going to show two different techniques. We're going to go through and split a body so that we can intersect the two top portions here on the head of the bolt. Intersect means where they share the same space. So we've got a circle in here that was out here. The diameter was equal to the vertexes of this polygon. And then we have the polygon shape. They were two different bodies. We had to split the circular body from the shaft so that when we ran the intersect body, its function, since the shaft did not intersect with the polygon in any particular place, we would lose the shaft when we intersect those bodies. So we had to split the shaft away from the circular body at the top or on the head. We intersected those, and well, we combined the bodies, and then through combining the bodies, we went through an intersect function. With the nut, we'll simply do the intersect through the extrusion. It's much simpler, but it doesn't allow me to demonstrate splitting and combining bodies. So, or in this particular case, it's a lot simpler. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and that's kind of an outline of some of the new things we'll see. Let's go ahead and get started. Fresh canvas. Let's create a cylinder. Oh, what did I forget? Let's create a new component first. And let's name the component a bolt. So create new component, and bolt will be the name of the component. I now have bolt in the browser. Okay. Now I'm going to save my file right now. We'll call it nut and bolt video because I already got a sample out there. All right, and so now you see there's my design, and now I have the bolt as a component within my design. Now let's create our cylinder. Top bottom plane, 12 millimeters in diameter from the origin, 12. Click, 76 millimeters in height. Click OK. All right, we've got our cylinder. Now we're going to start the head. So we're going to create a sketch on the top up here. And we're going to draw two shapes up on the top. We're going to start off with the polygon. So let's go create sketch. Top face of my cylinder. Let's draw a circumscribed polygon. Polygon, circumscribed. So our measurement's going to be to the center of an edge. On the origin, let's go along the x-axis. Set the radius there 10 millimeters. Enter. Now, I want this vertex and the origin to have a vertical relationship. So let's go to constraints. Horizontal, vertical. The origin, that top vertex. See how I get the circle there? The point. And there I've defined that constraint. Let's draw a center diameter circle. Create circle, center diameter circle. From the origin, click, and I'm just going to drag it out to the vertex, and that's going to be my diameter. I used to give a diameter of 23.094, but I really want to tie this circle to the vertex of the polygon. So click, and there we are. We have the circle. Add to correct. Let's finish sketch. Home position. Now, let's extrude the circular shape. Extrude. And I'm going to have to get the entire circle. I want the center. Well, there's my polygon. Let's get these edges. All 6. I forgot to say that my polygon has 6 sides. All right, let's extrude it 7.6 millimeters. Join is the operation. Click OK. Now, my process would probably be a lot easier if I created a new body on that one, but that's not going to allow me to demonstrate splitting the bodies. Let's fillet the top edge. Modify fillet, top edge, 2 millimeters. Click OK. All right, let's extrude the polygon now. So notice where my bodies and my sketches. Well, over here in the browser, I have to expand bolt because they're going to be under the component now. So let's bring back sketch 1. There's my polygon. I want the center as well. Okay, 7.6 millimeters. It wants to cut. Well, we don't want to cut. Let's go new body. Okay, and let's click OK. Now, when most people see this top edge, I'm flipping back to my complete, they think I've just filleted that edge on the top. Well, that's not going to work here, okay? That will not create it. First of all, we need to get rid of these, see these rounded edges that come out from the polygon shape? Those have to go away. And these square points that stick out from the polygon away from the filleted edges, those need to go away as well. And later on, we're going to use the intersect function because these rounded edges on the outside, out here, aren't part of the polygon shape. The tops of these corners are not part of the circular body extruded. So those will be lost when we run the intersect function because they don't share the same space. All right, so we've got our two bodies in place, but if I do the intersect now, since the shaft is part of body one, see, I would lose the shaft. So I need to remove the shaft from body one. To do so, I'm going to split the body, body one, modify, split body. Now, body to split is body one. Where is my splitting tool? Where am I going to do it? So let's change my selection. If I go here and I get that circular shape from my circle on the bottom, let's use that as the splitting tool. That'll cut the shaft out of this body and make it its own body, or vice versa. So let's use that. I get that red circle showing me where it's going to cut the bodies. Click OK. Now, notice I now have three bodies. Body one is the circular head. Body two is the polygon portion of the head. Body three is now the shaft. So I split the shaft away so when I intersect body one and body two, I don't lose the shaft. Now, let's come back and combine body one and body two using an intersect function to reestablish or to get that head the shape we want, or the portions of body one and body two where they intersect is what we'll keep. Let's deselect, let's go modify, combine, modify, combine. The target body, let's go body one. The tool body, let's go with body two. Our function, there's a join, it would keep everything. A cut, well, that just gets rid of what's in the middle. We're going to go intersect. And notice how these edges turn yellow. There's nothing out here on the rounded edges. And let's click OK. Let's hide sketch. Hide the sketch there, sketch 2. And now we have the head. So those rounded edges out here went away. It knocked these off. Those points that were up here at the top, okay, because that kept the fillet on these points. So it replaced that, took those points off. All right, I'm going to end this video here, start the next one because I'm about at the time limit, and we'll pick up on the next one.